Welcome to the presentation on motivation. My name is Christopher Turkley. I am a graduate student in instructional design at Western Governors University. Motivation can be thought of in two separate ways. Number one, the student's motivation for attending class. Number two, how to motivate students once they are in class. This presentation focuses on number one. The definition of the word motivation is the reason to act in a certain way, or incentive. In terms of yoga, we are going to focus on motivation as the reasons students attend class. John Keller, an instructional systems design researcher, developed the ARCS model, which is 4 attributes of motivation: attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. He relates his model to motivating students once they are in class. We can use his ideas for our purposes. Let's examine each aspect in more detail. Attention means that students have a need for stimulation and variety. A question that you can ask yourself about your students is, how interested are students in the class and the objectives? Such as, what aspects of class interest them the most? Or, what types of yoga poses interest them the most? Relevance means that students have a desire to satisfy basic motives. A question that you can ask yourself about your students is, how relevant is the class to the students' lives and their goals? Confidence means that students have a desire to feel competent and in control. A question that you can ask yourself about your students is, how confident are the students that they can accomplish everything in the class? Satisfaction means that students have a desire to feel good. A question that you can ask yourself about your students is, how satisfied will the students be after class? More specifically, how satisfied will they be to accomplish the poses or the objectives? Similar to the learner analysis, student motivation is completed during the planning of a class and generally involves a predetermined group of students. Because our focus is on teaching drop-in classes, you will make assumptions when planning your class based upon previous student attendance. The end result of determining student motivation will be a few short points that give an overall impression of the expected students that attend class. This description may or may not include their reasons for attending class as related to attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. Now we will go through each aspect and talk about possibilities as they relate to yoga. Attention is how interested the students are in the class and the objectives. You may state, students are interested in standing poses or any other type of pose. Students enjoy classes with a theme woven throughout, such as compassion. Or students do not like to chant. Relevance is how relevant the class and the objectives are to their lives and goals. You may state, students want to tone muscles. Students want to lose weight. Or students want to become more flexible. Confidence is how confident the students are that they can accomplish everything in the class. You may state, most students are confident in all poses. students are not confident in backbending. Or students compare themselves to other students, such as the ones who are more flexible. Satisfaction is how satisfied they will be after class. You may state, students are satisfied when class is harder than their current ability. Students are satisfied when poses are held longer. Or, students are satisfied when they learn how to adjust a pose. When creating your list of reasons that students attend class, keep in mind that you are making assumptions based upon the expected students. You need a few statements that describe your students' reasons for attending yoga class. Preferably, you will write one statement for each aspect of motivation. You will only write about those reasons that affect your planning of class, such as the reasons that the majority of students have in common. Each class is going to have a mixed group of students. Do your best to find commonalities and other things that stand out to include for your students' reasons for attending class. Remember that this information is useful in catering the class to the students. As you design the rest of your class, you will refer to this information in order to create a class that is relevant, engaging, and motivating to your students. Remember, the best way to know your students' reasons for attending class is to talk to them. Use the questions in this presentation to help focus those conversations. I thank you for watching this presentation, and I wish you much success in this workshop.